My ambitious apprentice seems to be in some trouble. He thinks he's a magical genius. To prove a point, he's transformed his brother into a goblin. A lady goblin. The chieftain of the nearby Shadow Silk tribe has taken him prisoner.
expected would flock to the cirque. All these people. There's a letter from my cousin. That's wonderful news. I'm glad to hear you made it to Stonefalls safely. Thanks for bringing this to me, friend.
There you are. It's about time you got here. Where have you been? I've been waiting for you to arrive for days now. Hold on. Are you all they sent? Didn't the tribunal send you? Well, no matter. I'm just glad you're here. This is Circa Mora, the Cirque. The Lotus Plague reached us right before the Malborn arrived. They claim they're here to help, but I don't trust them. In all the confusion, I'm embarrassed to admit that I lost track of my brother, Dethisum. He's the town consul. Yesterday he went to check on the townsfolk afflicted by the plague, but he's disappeared. Can you help me find my brother? Someone in town must know what happened to Dethisum. He loves to visit and chat with all of our neighbors. Come on. The sooner we find my brother, the sooner I can start thinking about dealing with the plague. Oh, by Vivek! Where are my manners, of course? That's the least I can do since you agreed to help me find my brother. What would you like to know? The Malborn. They're a fairly new sect, as far as I can tell. Part mercenary group, part compassionate charity. They've been helping those afflicted by the plague. They showed up here and set up a quarantine, and now they claim they have a cure. They have members from across Morrowind, and they're always looking for new recruits. I heard one of them speak in Kraganmore. A lot of nonsense, if you ask me. Nostrum Breva is in charge of the quarantine, and she's the one handing out the curative. You haven't heard about the Lotus Plague? People get sick, turn violent. Some claim they become monsters, but I haven't seen it. At least not yet. The Malborn have a cure. They promised to fix this. That's why we let them set up their quarantine. As the ranking member of House Redoran in this town, he's more or less the one in charge. He's good at it too. The townsfolk look to him for leadership and advice. And truth be told, so do I.
The Malborn have special healers called Nostrums. That's why they were able to develop a cure so quickly. Feel my head. Do I feel warm to you?
Don't mind my good-for-nothing egg siblings. They're young, bored, and stupid. Rest assured I shall continue to remain open throughout this time of crisis.
Grell! Grell, are you in here? Look at this place. How could Grell let it get this bad? He was never what you'd call neat, but he wasn't a slob either. He stocked up on the Molborn curative, gathered his friends, and was going to ride out the plague. I wonder what happened. Oh, by Vivek! Where are my manners, of course? Look at this place. Grell is a friend of my brother. I wonder why he hasn't come to welcome us. And look at all the empty bottles of curative. How could these people consume so much and still be... Oh, by Vivek!
Brave little scream, do you know how to swim?
By the tribunal! Grell! What in Oblivion's name happened to him? Let's get out of here. What happened? Don't. What happened to poor Grell? Is this what the plague does to people? How horrible. Don't. Please. I'd rather not talk about it. But how could something like this happen to Grell? He was always so healthy. And look at all these empty bottles. Did he drink all of these curatives? Oh, by Vivek! Where are my manners, of course? That's the least I can... Uncle, are you all right? You look so pale. No wonder my brother wouldn't let me come by to visit.
Don't worry about me. I'll be back on my feet in no time. But what about you? Your brother said that neither of you had taken the curative yet.
Uncle, I'm not sure about these Molborn, and their curative sounds too good to be true, but don't worry about me. Just take care of yourself.
I see Arona has conscripted a new soldier into her private army. Is Dethesa missing? He was by yesterday for a visit. I know he had other stops to make. He did seem concerned about the Molborn, though. Sealing themselves in their quarantine, no longer providing the curative. It made him furious. My niece's visit was more than enough. I feel better already. Besides, I've overcome worse ailments than a queasy stomach and a bad cough. I'll be fine. Well, a good conversation is like a hot bowl of guar liver soup. It soothes the aches that ail you. What did you want to ask? Well, I think it was 12 mornings ago. The day the wild Nix got into the brooding elf's trash receptacles. Nostrum Breva had the quarantine up in a matter of days. Then she started distributing the curative. They call it the Lodo's Plague. Maybe Vivek knows where it came from, but I certainly don't. I can tell you that it's going to have to try harder if it really wants to kill me. Or turn me into some kind of monster, if you can believe the stories. I am a blood kin of House Redoran, if that's what you're asking. More a third cousin twice removed, if you want to be specific. But I've been close to Erona and her family since she and Dithisum were children.
Hey, you're going the wrong way. By the three, this place smells terrible.
Oh, look at me. I'm a terrible mess. You really must excuse my dreadful appearance. I haven't been feeling very well lately. By the way, you haven't seen Nostrum Breva, have you? She promised to bring me more of the Malborn curative. Dithisum, the town council? Such a nice young man. Why, I do recall that he came to see me yesterday. He said he had other townsfolk to check on, but that he would bring me a curative as soon as he could. The curative Malborn gave me one a few days ago. Nostrum Breva, she called herself. But I think I need another dosage.
The sicker people get, the more incoherent they become, and now it looks like the rumors are true. The Lotus Plague does turn people into monsters. I don't think we're ever going to find my brother. The quarantine. I guess it makes sense that Dethesen would want to go see what the Moleborn are doing in there. And I've yet to see any evidence that the curative works. All right. If you want to go to the quarantine, I'll go with you. The Moleborn set up the quarantine around the old graveyard. In the beginning, they were letting people inside and freely distributing the curative, but they closed the front gate a few days ago and haven't responded to any of our requests. Dethesen provided them with the old graveyard key when they first arrived, and I've seen Moleborn coming and going through the back gate. If we go to the back gate, I'm sure we can get one of the Moleborn to let us inside.
To me in time.
Of course they will. You'll be fine.
If it doesn't work, you should know I've always...
It's just like I told you. The Moleborn are using the back gate. Hey! What are you idiots doing? Do we look like plague husks to you? Healer! Attacked us. And for no good reason. Let's find the key and see what the Moleborn are hiding in there. That key should open the old gate and let us into the quarantine. Let's go see what the Moleborn are hiding in there.
What are they up to in there? And why won't they let me get a look at their curative? Oh, sorry. I didn't see you standing there through the haze of my indignation. Can I help you? No, wait. You can help me.
Plague husks? Here? Where did they all come from? Are these really all the people that came here looking for help? They barely look like dark elves anymore, and it's hard to tell one plague husk from another. What could the Moleborn be doing out here? And for what purpose? And what do you suppose was in all those crates? When the Moleborn arrived, they brought dozens of crates and boxes with them. I thought they were supplies for making their curative, but now that we're in here, I don't know what to believe. By the three, this place
I feel
chills me to the bones.
wrong. Not just sick. Something's very wrong.
I never really liked this place when it was just a crypt. But between the quarantine and the plague husks, it's gotten so much worse. Let's get moving. The sooner we figure out what's going on and find my brother, the sooner we can get out of here.
Don't touch anything, and try not to breathe too deeply. The affliction, it's everywhere. Everywhere! The plague, it's in the air and the water. It's even on your skin. Crawling, burrowing, getting deep inside. Do you understand? Safe. And they're watching. Always watching.
All right then. Now I feel icky all over. tried to go deeper into the crypts, but couldn't without you.
Move!
Ethan, my brother, what happened to you? By the three, I fear the plague consumes you, brother.
Verona, what are you doing here? It's not safe.
The Maulborn attacked us, and the afflicted are turning into plague husks. Oh, Dethisum, this is dreadful.
The Maulborn are spreading the plague. For some reason, they want everyone to become afflicted. They're not healers. They're monsters. The low-dose plague. I have no idea why. But it's clear to me that the Maulborn curative is actually the source of the disease. Whatever their plan, that's not important. Get my sister out of here and stop the Maulborn. Then convince her. I'm too far gone. I don't want to become one of those things and hurt my sister. Besides, she's a Redoran. She has a duty to the Cirque and its people. sister. Vivek, damn you. Fine.
Dethisum, you swit. We're not leaving without you.
I hope you know what you're doing. I could become a plague husk at any moment.
My decision is final. Besides, you're sick, and your judgment can't be trusted. I'll get us out of here while our friend deals with the Moleborn.
All right, we're done here. Pack everything up. We need to regroup with the other Moleborn cadres and deliver this plague to the rest of Dashan. Don't dally. We have a... You can't stop the Moleborn, you fool. We are the cleansing fire that burns across Morrowind.
Glad to see you managed to make it out of the quarantine too. Does that mean those Mulborn fetchers have been dealt with? Not well. Alchemist Naline fancies herself something of a healer, and she's been working with the Thesum and the other afflicted. Hopefully she'll devise a treatment for them soon. Some. She seems confident at least. But what do I know of drafts and elixirs? But tell me, do you think the Mulborn pose a threat to the rest of Deshawn? That's what I'm thinking as well. But maybe your efforts were enough to put an end to all that. For now, at least, the Cirque is safe. The Mulborn may have fled the Cirque, but the problems they brought with them still linger. Personally, no. I think you've done more than enough. But if you have a mind to stick around the Cirque a little longer, I'm sure Alchemist Naline might have a task or two that she needs a hand with.
What? Who's there? Oh, you startled me. You look a capable type. Are you a sellsword? I need someone to help me get past the barricade inside the crypts.
refugees from Narcissus. We came here to escape the plague, but were set upon by highwaymen. I was separated from my group and my husband. Please, I must find Gariel, but the half-wit at the barricade won't let me through. Alexia, bless you. I'll follow your lead, but I'm afraid I'm not very good in a fight. We must keep moving. I'm sorry. It's the cinnamon-scented perfume I wear. It was Gariel's favorite. I may have overdone it today. We must keep moving. The sooner...
Go away. If you're infected, you'll kill us all.
We're not infected, you idiot. I'm trying to find my husband.
I don't care if you're looking for Nerevar. You're not getting in here.
This is getting us nowhere. Be another entrance through the crypt. We must keep moving. The sooner we... My husband's bow! He's been here. We must get past that door. Look! My husband's bow! He's been here. We must get past that door. This looks like a back entrance, but it's bolted shut. I think these items around the doorframe are part of a puzzle lock. Look around. Maybe there's a clue to the right sequence nearby.
You don't look infected. I guess you're all right. To protect us from the undead and those who carry the plague. Scavenging and hunting. Our leader, Danis, has had remarkable luck finding fresh meat. I've no idea where he's getting it. Why don't you ask Danis?
I don't see my husband anywhere. This doesn't feel right. Something feels wrong here, but I can't put my finger on it.
You're not wanted here, outsider. For all we know, you're carrying the plague. The Loader's plague. It's been ravaging our cities, turning our loved ones into walking corpses. We came here to escape it. Gariel was infected. He seemed fine at first, but the infection became obvious during one of our hunting expeditions. I had to abandon him in the crypts. I doubt he survived. Our ways are not your ways, outsider. Don't meddle in things you don't understand.
I don't understand. None of the refugees will answer my questions. It's like they're hiding something.
What? But we saw his bow.
That's preposterous. He was fine when we were separated. Please, you must find him. Search the crypts. I'll keep questioning the others. Someone must know what Darnis is playing at. You're probably right. This place doesn't feel right. I'll be outside waiting for news of my husband. Please hurry. I hate the thought of Gariel wandering through those godforsaken chambers all alone. I understand, but if there's even a chance...
Our ways are not your ways, outsider. Don't meddle in things you don't understand. Did you now? Spare me your judgments. We do what we must to survive. I've watched hundreds die from the plague, horrible, painful deaths. My people are safe here, but they must... Gariel was weak. He didn't understand the need for moral ambiguity. He threatened to turn the entire camp against me. That was unacceptable. You would doom my people to starvation, or death by the plague. That's truly madness.
I hear you're helping Danis secure the camp. Many thanks. Your point being? I hear you're helping Danis secure the camp. Your point being?
A newcomer, eh? I hope you'll stay for dinner. What in oblivion are you doing? I'm getting out of here.
How dare you, judges? We do what we must to survive. What? Do you have any idea what you've done? It's that simple, is it? Just leave, return to the outside world and forget what we've done here? You sound like Gariel. Perhaps you're right. Perhaps we have lost our way. Those who wish to leave will be free to do so. I can never return. This is my world now. This is where I will die. Farewell, outsider. May you never know hunger.
Have you found anything? I know. Ever since that bandit raid that separated us, I knew. But I must thank you, Sarah. You helped me pursue my foolish hope, even at your own risk. You let me forget what I already knew. I had seen my Gariel for the last time.
Narcissus must hear of this. So the Maulborn lied to everyone. I figured as much. This doesn't bode well for Narcissus, though. Narcissus sent me to investigate Quarantine Cirque. Now that I know a mad cult is poisoning our people, I'm even more concerned. The Maulborn are a menace. They're appearing all across Dashan. Even Narcissus is in danger. I need to stay here and finish my investigation. If you're heading south, would you carry a message to guard Veryl with Narcissus? She needs to know what happened here.
so very tired.
Screeching, spellcasting witch. My head. Where am I? No pants? Oh, let me think. I was escorting a witch to Narcissus. She got frisky, but my wife will kill me if I lost her axe. Oh, my head. Hey, you could find that screeching witch and get the axe back. If I come back without that axe, Vigna will never forgive me. And her mother, the one that says her daughter married a fool. Well, Norgrid Hardhelm is no fool. A witch cast a spell.
What do you want? Of course not. Let me guess. You met my drunken fool of a husband, Norgred. I'm sure he lost the axe of Halmer's Stormhand and tried to blame a witch? What he did was drink too much last night. He was bellowing about witches and plague husks when I came back with my herbs. Then he ran off half-dressed, waving the axe and yelling incoherently. I'd be grateful if you found it, too. Norgred probably dropped it near that house by the water where the plague husks have gathered. It's not that far. Just down the hill.
I am so doomed. My wife! Oh, I am so doomed. My wife! What about the witch? Oh, gods. I need to get that axe back. I think I remember fighting those husks. But thanks for finding the axe of Halmer Stormhand. I don't like it when Edvigna gets upset. She gets very loud. These don't look like my pants, but thank you for finding the axe. I wish I could find that witch and teach her not to tangle with Norgred Hardhelm.
There's my brave, pantsless warrior. Do you remember anything from last night?
There you are, my sweet. Briar Heart. I battled the witch last night.
Was she frightened off by your nakedness? Put some pants on, you sot. I don't know why I put up with him.
Thank the divines. I am not a dead man.
Someone picked a bad time to visit Narcissus.
Please, I need to find more.
Did you come from the Cirque? We sent a guard over there to check on some disturbing rumors we've been hearing. This confirms it. The Moorborn need to be wiped out. Thanks for bringing this news, Traveler. I'll inform the House leaders at once. What are the Moorborn up to? Why experiment with a plague? It doesn't make sense.
This one makes soup. Taste.
wife has disappeared, but the guards refuse to act. We never should have left Isma.
When are the guards going to do something about our missing people?
I assure you, we're doing everything we can. Orcs to the south, mercenaries camped outside by the lake, and now people are missing. I'm not sure how much more we can take. You don't know the half of it. It's the damn Lodos plague. People are scared. Many have already fled Narcissus to avoid getting sick. Of course, that's not what the remaining villagers believe. They think their families were stolen in the middle of the night. I've heard everything from a plot by the house leaders to elf-eating Bane King roaming the countryside. The Kin House is looking into it. Speak to whoever you want. The Kin House is more concerned with the coming plague than searching for people who probably just ran away. But I'm sure a counselor will hear you out. I'm not paid to think about this. That's a luxury for someone of higher rank than me. I'll admit something seems off-kilter. If only the house counselors would see it that way.
And that's why we should seal the city. We can't allow more afflicted into Narcissus.
That makes perfect sense, old friend. But we can't cut ourselves off from the outside world.
If you truly care about our people, you'll seal Narcissus and be done with it. We can't take any more chances.
I'm sorry you had to witness that. My friend shows great concern for Narcissus, sometimes greater than my own. What can I do for you? You'd think the entire town had disappeared the way everyone carries on. People are missing, but Giron has guards looking into the matter. For all we know, they fled to avoid the Lotus Plague. Very little. No one has actually seen any of these people leave Narcissus. And we don't have enough guards to follow up on every lead. I usually don't hire mercenaries, but these are desperate times. If you can prove these claims aren't just fearful delusions, report back to me immediately. You'll be rewarded. Giron believes we must seal Narcissus to protect it from the plague. Narcissus is a center of trade, I'm not aggressive enough, that my indecision hurts Narcissus. Perhaps Giron is right. I just don't know. Ah, Narcissus, my beloved city. At its peak, Narcissus was a vibrant center of trade. Merchants would come from far and wide to hawk their wares. Profits grew, and House Hlalu reinvested it in the city. That seems like so long ago. Most are back east, dealing with corruption inside Mournhold. Few want to enter a region ravaged by plague. But I won't give up. I'll weather this storm and lead Narcissus back to prominence. Giron believes we must seal Narcissus to protect it from the plague. Narcissus is a center of trade, and such drastic measures aren't called for. Though I admit, visitors have been few due to recent events. I haven't decided. They say I'm not aggressive enough, that my